Wait a minute.
This is Carla Renata, aka the Curvy Critic, and I shoot straight from the hip.
Yeah, you know I'm always shooting straight from the hip.
Let's take a trip around the curve.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Carla Renata, aka the Curvy Film Critic. Welcome back to another episode. Ooh, that's not lovely at all. Another episode of the Curvy Critic with Carla Renata. I'm going to talk about so many things today, and let me show you what. So, Javier, Javier Bardem got his footprints in the Chinese theater a couple of weeks ago. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, and I wanted to tell you all about it. I was there watching him get it live. Look at him, just so lovely. He got his hand and his footprints immortalized at the TCL Chinese Theater. He had his star in 2012, a little while ago, but I just loved being invited to celebrate him and the release of his new TV series, Cape Fear, which is streaming on Apple TV right now. So I usually tell y'all what I did while I was gone. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. And it's been a little busy, not too much though, but I mostly rested up because your girl was tired. And then I went over to LACMA. LACMA is the Los Angeles County Museum of Arts here in Los Angeles. And that young lady pictured there is Lynn Fidmont. She is one of my homegirls from St. Louis, Missouri. She is a fantabulous vocalist, and she did a set at the LACMA Museum, which they do on Fridays. There we go. Which they do on Fridays and Saturdays here in Los Angeles. They do a whole thing, and I went to support her. That's pretty much what I did. If this is your first time joining me, give me a big thumbs up to let me know you were here. Click the bell for notifications and subscribe to the channel. You never know who you might see. And today, this is who we got. You know who we got? We got one of my ride or dies in real life, Miss Octavia Spencer, who is talking to me along with Hannah Waddingham and the showrunners for their new Amazon Prime original series, Ride or Die. Now, if Hannah looks familiar to you, Hannah Waddingham is on the hit TV series Ted Lasso, which is streaming on Apple TV. Octavia Spencer is an Oscar award-winning actress who has a plethora of titles under her belt. I won't bore you with all of them, but that's that. And then I'm going to talk to the stars of Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass, which stars my girl Zoey Deutch, who is right there. I'll be talking with her, and the director and writer David Wayne. So before we get into all of that, let's get into this film called The Get Out. The Get Out is a film that stars Russell Crowe, and he stars as this over-the-hill money laundering dude who is trying to get out of the life, so to speak, and shenanigans ensue. The film is crazy. It's funny. It's a lot of things, but the thing that makes the film is Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul in this movie makes this film very palatable, and so does Russell Crowe's performance, which is very grounded and rooted and very stealth and stellar, I must say. So if you haven't seen The Get Out, it is streaming right now. You might want to check that out. Let's talk a little bit about my little friends, Minions. Yay! The Minions is in theaters right now, and they are so cute and so lovable. I love the Minions franchise for this reason. They have this little language all to themselves that nobody understands, but the thing that you understand is emotion and heart. And that is what the Minions bring to the screen. It's an Illumination studio joint. It is directed by Pierre Coffin, who consequently voices some of the Minions in the series. Now, this time, the Minions are conquering Hollywood. They became movie stars, and then they lost everything and unleashed monsters onto the world. And then they banded together to try to save the planet from the mayhem that they just created. The film is raucously entertaining and fun for the entire family. The opening sequence with homages to Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, Peter Lorre, and Hollywood stars of the golden age and yesteryear in animation is so much fun to watch. And the thing that I really love about Minions and Monsters is that it shows how friendship and success doesn't always mix. It kind of mixes like oil and water sometimes. I was totally invested in this story, and which didn't, because this is, I think, maybe the third or fourth installment of this series, this franchise. It didn't feel stale to me. It didn't feel stale, but it felt like a breath of fresh air. So again, Minions versus Monsters is in theaters right now. You can go stream it. Not stream it. You can go see it in a theater near you. Brandon popped by to tell me Toy Story 5 and Minions were fun movies. I just said that. And now I can't wait for Paw Patrol and Coyote versus Acme next month. Me neither. He also says he's been watching the Doomies. Is that the Doomies or the Zoomies on Disney Plus? Very good, like Gravity Falls. And I said to him, thank you for popping in, Brandon. I love that he always comes over and shows me love in whatever iteration it may come in. When I come back next week, we're going to be talking about the live action version of Moana. I'm going to see that tomorrow. I'm also going to see a couple of trailer launches that I can't talk about now, but I will talk about when I come back. Supergirl, let's talk a little bit about Supergirl. Supergirl came and went. Miss Supergirl came and went. Now, this is what I'll say about it. I was not a fan of this film. I really was not. This was a Warner Brothers film, and Supergirl got some horrible, horrible, horrible reviews. I didn't give it a horrible review, but this is what I'll say about it. The two big problems that I had with Supergirl was the fact that they set her up to kind of be the white savior for this Asian character in the film, which I wasn't having. In this day and age, do we really need to keep doing that? I was annoyed by that because this little girl looked like she was very capable of taking care of herself. That's the first thing. The second thing is they introduced Supergirl in The Flash. And when they introduced her in The Flash, not only was she Latina, but she was a they, them. So you're going to introduce Supergirl in The Flash as they, them, and then bring her back as blonde hair, blue eyed, which she is in the comic book and which she has been in every iteration prior to this recent one. But I'm just like, and the story was just like, the fighting scenes were good. They were fun to watch, but I just felt like the story was a little on the weak side. And it was enjoyable to watch in some points, in some spots, but I'm just like, no, I wasn't really feeling it. But if you're feeling it and you want to see a superhero movie, go see Supergirl. It is produced by Warner Brothers and is in theaters right now. This film right here had me cracking up. It's called The Invite. It stars Edward Norton, Penelope Cruz, Olivia Wilde, and Seth Rogen. It's going to be released. It's going to have its nationwide release on July 10th. And what it was giving me this like modern day Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf vibe. So if you're not familiar with Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, it's an Edward Albee play that was on Broadway, and then it was immortalized in film in roles by Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, and Sandy Dennis. And for the life of me, I can't think of who the other guy is, but it'll come to me. But that was immortalized in cinema. The play was. This it's not a remake of it or anything like that. It just reminded me of it because they went all the way in. The performances by all four of those actors, Penelope, Olivia, Seth, and Edward, are so yummy and delicious. I was riveted from the first frame to the last. My favorite part of this film is when they talk about menopause versus men, because your girl is in that space right now and it's a situation. I kind of love them talking about that. And the overall theme of the film is what we want versus what we desire. So what happens in this film is there's this dinner party that Olivia and Seth are throwing for Penelope and Edward Norton, who are their neighbors, right? And they're very enigmatic neighbors. They're, very feel the moon, feel the stars kind of people. They come over, and what happens is they are trying to teach Olivia and Seth's characters how to reignite the spark in their troubled marriage. And it makes you wonder, is this a lit match, or has the match burned all the way down to the quick? Just saying. But it's an excellently done film. I was totally into it. If you have not seen it already, because it was released in limited release a couple of weeks ago. If you have not seen it yet, please run to a theater to see The Invite. It will be nationwide distributed all over the country in theaters everywhere where you can go see it on July 10th. Now, toward the end of this podcast, I'm going to have some documentaries that I'm going to recommend you seeing. But before we get to that, let's talk about Miss Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass. Now, imagine the Wizard of Oz, and if you, instead of looking for the wizard, you're trying to find John Hamm to have sex with him. That's what Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass is. So if you don't know what a Celebrity Sex Pass is, usually in marriages or in relationships, people have a situation where they go, if you could have, and it's just a game that couples play. I've never played that in any relationship I've been in, but I know people that have. They ask their mate, if you could have a celebrity pass with any celebrity in the world to have sex with, who would it be? I know who mine is, and I'm not telling y'all. I'm gonna keep that information to myself. But in Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass, Zoe's character, the person that she reveals that she wants to have her sex pass with, is John Hamm. So I interviewed Zoey Deutch, who plays Gail Daughtry, and the director-writer, David Wayne. And so I'll let them tell you all about it as we get into a little bit of conversation about it. Okay, here we go. This movie reminded me, it was like this surreal celebrity version of The Wizard of Oz, where Zoe, you were like Dorothy.
Wait, look at my shirt.
Yeah, and y'all were like looking for John Hamm instead of the wizard.
Yeah,
That's right.
And I love that. And I also love the mafia boss, because she was giving me like vibes of the Wicked Witch with her little henchmen being like the winged monkeys.
Yeah.
I was digging all of that. But I was like, this is crazy, and I'm there for all of it. I really was. It was crazy as hell, and I was there for all of it.
I love
awesome.
that.
But David, I know that you and Ken collaborate quite often, and you guys have a storied history. What other film would be a dream project for you guys to collab on?
For one thing, we want to make all the rest of the Gail Daughtry adventures in the cinematic universe.
At least 15. I signed on for 10.
But we do have a million different, I never run out of things that interest me, or characters or worlds, and also genres. I hope to make movies that are not comedies, or that are different types of comedies over time.
I like your work a lot, because your work always has an edge to it. It's really funny, and it has like this really quirky edge to it, and I'm there for it, because I'm someone that's out of the box too. So I love that. Diva, last time we spoke, you were doing, I think it was The Outfit, and now you are on a roll. You got Gail Daughtry, you got the Minions, you got Isabel, voicemails from Isabel. You are jamming. So I wanted to congratulate you on that. You were having a moment.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And
Respectfully disagree.
Which say?
I just said I respectfully disagree, but just continue.
You know what, David? Why you gonna diss my girl like that? But
You know what? I take it back. Congratulations.
Good, because I have to come for you if you don't. Zoe, you have a tendency to gravitate toward very endearing characters, which are storied throughout your portfolio. Which one of those characters would you say is the closest to the one that inhabits you the most?
You think? Really?
I don't know.
No, I don't think.
No, not really.
I don't.
No.
I don't know. I really don't know. I guess they all are. I have parts of me in all of them. I'm not sure. I really don't know. That's a really good. You asked such a great question that I have. My brain has short circuited, and I'm gonna think about that and get back to you for sure. But yeah, you obviously find like glimmers of yourself in all these characters and people.
I haven't seen all 65 films you've been in yet, and I'm working on it. I'm working my way through.
Okay, that's pure comedy. And last but not least, if you got so this is the thing.
Yeah.
When I think about the film and I think about the celebrity hall pass, why did it have to be a hall pass? Why couldn't it have just been like a Dream Date? Remember, like, David, you might be old enough to remember Dream Date, how they had the game called Dream Date. Do you remember that?
You know, I don't think that's.
Maybe I'm totally dating myself.
I'm definitely old enough. I just probably don't remember that.
Okay, I'm totally dating myself, but there was this game called Dream Date, and you would open the door, and it would have a picture of whoever this person was that you picked for the dream date, and it was the whole game. It's very interesting. But I wanted to know for both of y'all, in closing it out, if you had to pick a celebrity to have an adventure with, not necessarily a celebrity hall pass, but an adventure with, who would it be, why, and what would be the adventure?
For me, it would be Miss Zoey Elizabeth Deutch right here, and the adventure would be.
It's not my middle name.
I'm sure it's something though. And you know what the adventure would be? Just going to lunch. That's enough.
How about you, Zoe?
I want to hang out with Obama. I want him to tell me about the aliens. He didn't even allude. He said yes recently, and I'm just like, all right, let's go. Let's go. I want more details. Let's chat. You know?
That's so random and so delicious. I kind of love you for that.
He could come hang out with us at lunch.
Let's make it a 3. Table for 3.
Well, can a sister join? Can a sister join
yes!
You know what? It's already a 4-top anyway. Come on by.
I'm going to take that. And
Yeah.
I'm going to thank you one more time for giving me a little slice of your day today. I love the film. It was, you know
Thank
what,
you.
we need something to laugh at right now.
Yeah, we do.
And this filled the bill for me. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
so thrilled to say that. Thank you.
So nice
Yeah,
to talk to
absolutely.
you.
Nice to talk to you too. Bye. I'm not going to lie, y'all. The film is crazy and it's really stupid, but it's funny and it will make you laugh. And child, in these days and ages and moments where we wake up and we never know what we waking up or going to bed to, Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass is going to make you chuckle and chortle. I promise. All right. So Ride or Die. So Ride or Die is a Prime Video TV series that stars Hannah Waddingham and Octavia Spencer. Now, the premise of this is that Hannah is secretly a spy and Octavia is her best friend. Didn't know she was a spy. And then when she finds out, shenanigans ensue. That's all I can tell you without getting into the gist of it. But when we spoke and I spoke to the showrunners, we talked about what are the qualifications for a ride or die. What do you consider a qualification personality-wise or whatever to be in your ride or die group? I know what mine are, and clearly I know what Octavia's is because I would be one of her ride or dies. And if you don't believe me, you can hear her tell you for yourself. This is my interview with Hannah Waddingham, Octavia Spencer, and the executive producers of Prime Video's Ride or Die. As soon as I find the video.
Ooh, look at you sitting and you're
Listen, you know I have to love y'all because it's 5 o'clock in the morning where I am.
Oh,
Well,
my
you know
Lord.
what? This is in real life one of my ride or dies.
no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So big hugs. I love.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, look at the backdrop. Of course. Oh God, it all makes sense now.
You look gorgeous. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God, is it
But
really?
wait.
Sorry,
This
not
is what I
falling,
want
sorry,
to. This is what I want to ask y'all though. When I can't remember which one of y'all said Waka, women of a certain age, but that
Waka.
made me holler out loud.
Did it?
It made me holler out loud. The crack about being 50 and insane, being a Waka that's 50 and insane. So I just wanted to find out from y'all, what do you think makes you insane
50 and
and
insane?
50 as a Waka?
Not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
will
I've
make
moved
you
into that.
insane. I'm very, very securely in that not being able to sleep. It will make you crazy at all times. But you know what? That's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah. What makes me crazy?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've actually just fairly recently gone on to HRT, and I am here for it. I feel like I'm finally back in the room, and they are marvelous at balancing you out.
Oh,
My Lord.
I thought I was back in the room, and then this sleep stuff happened. So I got to get
now you've left the room
recalibrated.
again.
I'm like, I'm out of the room. I'm up on the roof. Can somebody send a ladder? Please.
I can't. Speaking of which, Octavia, I think this is the first time I've seen you do some action since Thunder Force during the pandemic. And then you was ice skating during the pandemic. And now you got Hannah dragging you around as a little action hero. But what I really want to know is, Hannah, girl, you are this Olivier nominated actress. And you're up here giving me Ballerina meets Jason Bourne.
Thank
With a
you.
little Lara Croft mixed in. How excited were you to jump into this type of character?
Oh my God, it's absolutely the role I've been waiting to play all my life. It really is, and I can't say that most vociferously enough. It has just been, and that's why I was happy to mangle myself senseless to do it, because I just thought, do not let this day go by, girl. Don't get to 70 and wish that you had done that role. Even though it's going to be difficult, step up and do it, because you don't get an Oscar winner knocking on your door every day going, here, have this role of your life. Come and play.
She's good like that.
Multiple Emmy winner who's willing
Yes.
to play
Oh,
any
yes.
part full speed ahead, you know?
Oh, yes. And let's not forget that the word lasso is in the show that she won the Emmy for. How about that? How about that?
But not fighting, crikey.
No.
This
But
is,
before
this is...
But before I let y'all go, I just want to ask you one question. I already know who Octavia's ride or dies are and what her qualifications are for that role. What are yours, Hannah?
I have like a kind of panel of people in my life as a single mum who are very much advisors and elders to me. I mean, there is one woman, Maz Murray, who is my, literally, I'd call her at 4 o'clock in the morning and go, literally don't tell anyone where the bodies are. She's, yeah, I could call her and go, I need help right now, and she'd be out the door. Yeah, I'm blessed.
So nice.
That's a great question. I think you got to feel safe. You know, you got to feel safe that it's a judgment-free friendship or a relationship, and they're going to see all parts of you, even if that means finding out that you're a professional assassin. That they will accept you for who you are.
I think it's exactly that, getting to be totally honest with somebody and them see you in your truth and meet you where you're at and say, yes, I'm in.
I love that. Well, that's my time, ladies. I love that y'all made time for me and that we got the tea here. I wish I had a little bit longer. I got some more
I'm
questions.
so thrilled to meet you.
Oh, I can't wait for it to happen in real life. Can't wait for it to happen in real life.
Carla.
And you
And I'll see you later.
Stunning.
I love your pink fluffy chair.
Thank you. I like it too. Y'all, when I was watching this, it was giving me vibes of like Mission Impossible meets Ballerina meets Jason Bourne, and I was so excited. That opening sequence was absolutely fire. I was so excited. But what I want to know is, Tessa, why did you want we always see this with, no offense, Matt, but we always see these kind of films with men, right? What made you want to do this kind of action adventure kind of / comedy with Hannah and Octavia? Although they're both really great at comedy, and Octavia is a friend of mine, and she is nobody's action doll. So I'm just curious, just tell me all the things.
I would love to tell you all the things. I think part of the reason you've already brought up is that, like, it reminds you of a Mission Impossible and Jason Bourne and James Bond, and the character of Judith's initials are JB, to be a reference to James Bond and Jason Bourne and Jack Bauer, and how we just have a liturgy of action men, and women don't really get to be this character. They are the one sexy hot girl on the team of men, or they are a villain who has a weapon instead of a leg, and you don't get to be the hero. And that's what I wanted to do. And they both were just the most wonderful people to play the parts.
I love that. And Matt, let me just give you your props. I know you come from like an action adventure background with the dudes. So I was
Yeah.
happy to see you coming over to the girls' side. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
I
you
was
for
happy to
having
see
me.
you coming over here and giving us some love.
Yeah.
He has done so well. We have an entirely female writing staff and have done the whole time. And it's sometimes I can see Matt just gently retreating into his body because he doesn't quite understand what's happening. And we talked about your love language the other day, and somebody said that their love language was acts of service, to which Matt very quietly went, "And is that being in the military?" I was like, no, that is not what that means. So it's been a real learning journey for him, and he's done so well.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to know that. And in closing it out, let me just tell you that when Hannah says the word waka, I hollered out loud because I was like, yes, woman of a certain age. Yes, I was there for all of that. And I will be using that phrase from now on. But that's my time, y'all. I really appreciate you taking time for me today. I know that you have a lot of people that you're talking to, and I'm really appreciative that you took the time to talk to me. And I really did love this series. I was yelling at the screen and laughing out loud. It was a whole situation. My mom watched it. So thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank
so welcome. It
you.
was such a pleasure talking to you.
Nice
We love
meeting you.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.
So again, you guys, this is dropping. It's called Ride or Die with Octavia Spencer and Hannah Waddingham. It is coming on later on this week. I believe it's going to be July 10th, I think. I could be wrong. I'll double check those dates and let you know. But before I get up out of here, I just need you to know that I will be using the phrase waka for the rest of my life because I am a waka. What is a waka? A woman of a certain age. That would be me, and I'm claiming all of that glory. I did want to tell you guys about some things that I'm streaming right now. I've been doing a lot of catching up on my streaming. There is this documentary, y'all, called Twisted Yoga. It is streaming on Apple TV, and this took me for a loop. And I'm going to tell you why. Back in the day, before I had my total knee replacement surgery, that's way too much information for you. But back in the day when I was doing Bikram yoga, I remember they were talking to me about training and doing Bikram yoga. And they were telling me that I had to, it was an all day thing for months at a time. I'm like, child, I will go broke trying to teach somebody some Bikram yoga. It was like over $10,000 to pay for the training. It was a lot of money. But I have found in recent years that a lot of these people that are these yogis or these spiritually enlightened people, they have shenanigans. Thus enter Twisted Yoga. So Twisted Yoga is streaming on Apple TV. And this time it's a documentary series around this guy. I'm going to look at his name. It's called Gregorian Bavalaru. And he looks crazy as hell. He looks crazy. And this thing that he calls Misa, MISA. Now, what it centers around is ex-members of this yoga school. They're speaking out about how they went from searching for wellness and a community to fearing that they joined a cult and seeking justice for the alleged abuse and manipulation at the hands of this self-styled guru. Child, he was taking people hostage. He was not letting people go home. He was holding on to their passports. It was shenanigans. But I want y'all to check it out because it's deep. And if anything, you'll become enlightened and educated. It's called Twisted Yoga. Another documentary that I absolutely loved is this one called Boy George and Culture Club. Now, if you remember Boy George, if you remember those fantabulous vocals in that song, Church of the Poison Mind, with that woman screaming and hollering in the background, and you're just like, yes, and or Karma Chameleon. It was this group right here that was the musicians that brought all of those songs to life, and I loved it. What I didn't know, now this is going to be streaming. When is this going to be streaming? Let me tell you. It's streaming on beginning on, well, it's already streaming. It's streaming on Apple TV and Prime Video. It tells the story of how the group came to be. Unbeknownst to me, I thought Boy George had started the group. He did not. The brother all the way to the left of your screen, he's Jamaican and British. His name is Mikey Craig. He is the one that started the group. And the guy that is to the right of George, his name is John. And him and John were like the Yoko Ono and John Lennon of the group. It's a whole situation. But go on over to Apple TV or Prime Video and watch it. It tells you everything you need to know about Boy George and the Culture Club. My favorite moment is when they recapped the moment when they won the Grammy, I think it was in 1984 for Best New Artist. And Boy George got up there and said, "Thank you, America. You know a good drag queen when you see one." Now you have to remember, this was during a time where AIDS was running rampant. There was a huge anti-LGBTQ movement in the United States at the time, much bigger than what's going on right now. But it was pretty bad. And so for him to get on national TV or a global stage, because the Grammys is seen internationally, and say that, baby, the kids came for them, and it was the beginning of the end for this group and for Boy George, if I'm being honest. So again, check it out. It's called Boy George and the Culture Club. Last but not least, I want to talk about this film called Couture. It stars Angelina Jolie, and it had its premiere last year at the Toronto International Film Festival, and is streaming now on the same platforms. I believe it's streaming on, yes, it's streaming on, it will begin streaming, my bad, on April, I keep saying April, July 10th. But Couture is this beautiful film about, it takes place in Paris, and Angelina Jolie plays Maxine. She's an American film director who receives news that she has breast cancer. And in the process of that, she crosses paths with Ada, who's a young South Sudanese model who's left her country and is trying to make her mark in the world of modeling. Angélie, who's a French makeup artist dreaming of a different life, i.e. being an author, writing screenplays. And there's another doll in it who is a seamstress. And I love how it follows all three of these women in the fashion industry. It gives you insight in, not insight, but it gives you like a little backstage glimpse of, you know, what it would be like planning a fashion show, a high scale fashion show, what's involved in that, from making the pieces that in the collection that everyone wears, to the director of the piece, to the designers. It gives you every single little minute detail of it that you would want to see. And the one part that I love is that the seamstress, her story, other than Maxine's story, who's played by Angelina Jolie, the seamstress, her story was most intriguing to me because she's following the history of fashion by placing a little something personal in the garment before sending it off for the show. I had no idea that seamstresses did that. They do it for good luck, but good luck is not what happens at this particular show. And it's a gently told story that is directed by Alice Wanacore, and it has a lot of texture and a lot of substance. And the thing that struck me most, that really warmed my heart, is that Maxine's character, like I said in the beginning of the intro, finds out that she has breast cancer. And in real life, Angelina Jolie had the BRCA gene, which is a gene that makes you more susceptible to getting breast cancer than not. And to avoid all of that, Angelina Jolie, quite some time ago, went ahead and had a mastectomy to avoid from that happening. And needless to say, it must have worked because she's still here. But again, that film is called Couture. That is streaming. You want to check out Twisted Yoga and Boy George and the Culture Club, which is also streaming. Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass will be in theaters nationwide on July 10th. Supergirl is in theaters right now. Ride or Die is coming to your TV set on Prime Video later on this week. And of course, The Invite with Olivia Wilde, Penelope Cruz, Edward Norton, and Seth Rogen goes into nationwide release on July 10th. And The Get Out is streaming all over the place if you want to check that out. I'm Carla Renata. I am the Curvy Film Critic. I thank you so much for popping in and saying hi to me. Again, if this is your first time joining me, give me a big thumbs up to let me know you were here. Click that bell below for notifications if you're watching this via YouTube. If you're watching it on another streaming platform, thanks for popping through, y'all. And don't be a stranger. Make yourselves at home when you come through. When I come back, because I do this bi-monthly now. So I do it every 2 weeks. I don't do it every week. But when I come back, I'll be talking about the trailer launches that I'm going to see. And I'll be talking about the live action version of Moana, which Disney is bringing to theaters alongside with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. That's it for this edition of the Curvy Critic with Carla Renata. Thank you so much for tuning in, and deuces until next time. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Bye.
Hold up. Wait a minute.